Welcome to This Startup is Being Recorded. This recording is improvised fiction. Similarities between it and the real world are entirely intentional. Now, enjoy the recording.
Okay, and we're recording. So for the posterity of this recording, and for anyone who may be listening to this in the future, let's all just quickly recap what this meeting is about and who is here. First, we are in MetaMarket's headquarters, specifically in Conference Room B. MetaMarket, of course, is the startup where we work. It's a couch marketplace today, but our ultimate goal is to shape the future of trade by giving everyone a more comfortable seat at the table. Today we're only in 3 major markets and 1 medium market, but our vision is set on the future. Anyway, today is a very exciting meeting. We are welcoming our new CTO, Matt.Yachts. So our agenda will just be quick intro of each exec team member and their domain, and then Matt will hand you off your 30, 60, 90-day goal doc. And lastly, for the recording, everyone just introduce yourself. So I'm Kate Banchette. I'm the chief of staff for John, our CEO, who sadly couldn't be here today. But I had oatmeal for breakfast.
Oh. All right.
I'm Kalathea Nadarlova. Matt, don't worry if you don't get that right on the first time. Pope Frankie had to take a couple of tries and he's infallible, you know. I'm the director of design here.
Yeah, hey everyone. I am Eric Joy Carter. I am the head of product here at MetaMarket, and excited to meet you on the other side of the table, not interviewing. Welcome, Matt.
Thank you both. Thank you all 3 of you. Thank you for putting this together, Kate. My name is Matt.Yachts. That's also my website, Matt.Yachts, where you can learn more about me. I'm going to be coming on as the new CTO. So I'm hoping, if you'll excuse the nautical pun, I don't want to rock the boat too much. I want to make sure that everything keeps sailing along smoothly. But, I've worked with John on a lot of different projects. Some of them have been, all rocket ships already on their way to the moon. Some of them have been, real skunkworks projects that needed a lot to get on their feet. And I'm just looking forward to finding out which one this is. So excited to be here.
We're so happy to have you. I mean, our previous technical team was, they did their best, but it's time for an upgrade. So
yeah, that's what I'm learning as I've been going through these first couple of days. So yeah. But great, looking forward to learning more about all of you and these high-level teams. And you're you're the heart that pumps the blood of this company.
That's right. Actually, with that, Thea, do you want to start? I feel like you really are part of the organ system here.
Of course, yes. I do believe that I am the cleansing blood of this organization, for sure. Yeah, of course. I'm really happy to talk about just some of the things our team is working on. First and foremost, I'm sure you're all very curious to know what's going to happen next in our Bugsby saga. Matt, you might be new to this, but Bugsby is our most beloved brand ambassador. He is a small green furry creature from the planet of Nucauchia. And he is just a little wily creature who gets to really tell our brand story. So we've been doing an interactive social media immersive experience for our audience members, and they've really loved it. So just this week, just to give you guys a heads up, Bugsby is on a boat that is sinking slowly into the frigid Arctic waters. Oof. Yes. What? I know. It's so hard. I'm sure you all remember last week that he was betrayed by his best friend, a beautiful little green cormorant that he thought was going to help him propel into new frontiers, but the cormorant instead poked a hole through his little boat, and Bugsby is sinking.
Well, I thought we were kind of close to wrapping up this saga of Bugsby. Our budget with the agency is getting really, really tight. How are we getting out of a drowning scenario this fast?
Oh, I approved an extension. We've been getting such great feedback on Bugsby. People are very wrapped into the storyline.
Oh, yeah.
And I just feel like, what does it say if we end Bugsby's story? Because our story is not ending and will not end until we change the future of trade, and neither should Bugsby's.
Yeah. It's really been good from the product side too. We added a bail Bugsby out option at checkout. You donate 99 cents on top of your order to bail water for Bugsby.
Oh.
And I'm surprised. Like 28% of purchases have opted in to spend the extra 99 cents. So
wow,
it's really great work.
And
yeah, look at that. And that's just extra money that goes on top of the order. We don't actually pay that out to like a charity that
No.
helps with drowning victims and their families, or water safety courses online, or perhaps a local Coast Guard.
No.
No.
Those are really good ideas.
Straight profit right now.
Well, I mean, yeah, as it is, it's profit if people are into it. Okay.
Yeah. Just think of it like if you ever have days where you feel like you're drowning, maybe just think of that as what the money is going towards.
Yes, it's so astute. It really shows that Bugsby is kind of the psychic link we all have to MetaMarket and our couches, and the way that we all want to feel about MetaMarket.
Wow, just clicking through, I'm really impressed by the use of animation on this page, and Bugsby looks like he's in real trouble. I mean,
Oh no.
he keeps looking like he's gonna go down. I can't tell if this is like a looping animation or it's really good. It's very effective.
Yeah, that's actually pulled from a 2-hour YouTube video one of our designers found of the dark web of a boat actually capsizing in the Caspian Sea.
Oh.
It takes
So
a
they
long
just-
time. It takes longer than you would think.
Did you watch it?
It really does. Yeah, of course I had to watch it to compare. I had to compare the source material to Bugsby to make sure that we changed enough of it that people wouldn't see, the correlation. It's more of the inspiration, but
Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
my.
riveting stuff. I mean, honestly, I could watch that for more than 2 hours.
Well, you know, Thea, that you're not supposed to watch things from the dark web on the Office VPN anymore.
Listen, if you want good creative work, it has to come from the wellspring of the darkness of the human soul, okay?
Okay.
The creators of some of your most beloved characters were all deeply fighting inner demons, and I just want our creative team to feel comfortable with their own battles, because only from battling from darkness do we have the brightness that is my vision for MetaMarket.
Okay. Well,
Just sorry, a quick technical question. I haven't been keyed into a lot of our systems yet. Is that VPN something that we run in house? Is that a service that we pay for, or is that a private VPN that you're using, Calathea?
yeah.
We are using a VPN. I believe that was built in house. I think one of our designers created it.
One of the designers. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, I was trying to remember that too. It was, oh gosh, it's probably documented somewhere in one of the systems that we
Okay,
probably
and
still have access to.
Is everybody on it? Kate, Eric, are you also on the VPN?
Yeah, it just
Yeah.
once you connect, you never disconnect. So
Yeah.
it's been great. Haven't had to deal with
That's
that since I
interesting.
started.
Okay, and do we? I mean, typically a VPN is only useful for remote devices. So are you also using this like when you take your machines home, or?
Oh yeah, everything that logs in to any MetaMarket service is connecting through the VPN. Our users log in through the VPN.
I'm sorry. They our users are logged into like using standard. You're talking about users of our iOS and Android apps.
Yeah, and the desktop.
Okay, and so we bundle a VPN client with this. I mean, that's routing all traffic for iOS and Android through MetaMarket servers.
Yeah, Victor said it would give us end-to-end security.
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay. So sorry, was Victor the designer that put this together?
Yeah.
Okay. Great. Okay.
Victor was a genius. We literally found him in a McDonald's parking lot, but he really changed so much of what we did.
Okay. And does Victor still work on your team, Calathea, or?
Oh no, Victor came as mysteriously as he left as mysteriously as he came.
I could have sworn I saw him in the McDonald's parking lot again 3 weeks ago, but it wasn't him.
Okay, I'm telling you guys, if you see him in any fast food parking lots again, you really have to catch him. We still have like 6 outstanding questions on that security questionnaire that we filled out and got approved for that we can't validate. So, anyway, Matt.
Wow.
So glad you're here.
Yes.
Looking forward to looking into this VPN, which apparently all of our internal and external traffic runs through.
Yes.
Yep.
Very interesting.
Okay,
great.
We really need to keep moving, though. So I guess, Thea, anything besides Bugsby related to all of design and creative you feel like is worth mentioning?
I'll just remind everybody that it is a full moon on Saturday, and we will be here in the office making sure that we bring out all of the technical equipment and basket into the full moon's glow so that it will pick up the energy and be able to propel us forward to this next term.
Great. And I just want to ask quickly, that's limited to your team's hardware, right?
Our team, as I said, is the cleansing blood of this entire organization. So, of course not. It's every single piece of equipment here.
Okay, I haven't been in the server cages yet, but you roll the servers outside into the moon?
That would be ridiculous. No, we use a complex system of mirrors to trap the moon's light and beam it into the server cage.
It does get a little warm when we do that.
Do you think we could exclude personal devices this time? I had some plans on Saturday. Not big plans, just some.
Kate, if you would like to deny the energy of our mother, then that is up to you. But I've always said that personal voices are a personal choice, but I don't know why you would not want to get the gifts of our celestial energy.
Okay, you're right. I'm still learning this whole startup thing, and you're a great mentor to me. So I'll be there. I'll cancel the plans.
Thank you.
But we really do, Eric. Can you run through product real quick?
Yeah, sure. So we have a great product culture here at MetaMarket. It's myself and 4 PMs. We've got an embedded UX designer as well. And we just finished working on our 20-year vision. We spent the last 2 weeks reconstructing our personas, mission and vision for the company. You heard Kate say at the beginning, during the introduction, which we've been using in all the meetings, that we're here to, shape the future of global trade.
Right.
And so we spent a lot of time thinking about, who that might impact, what that means for our 1, 3, 5, 10, and 20-year roadmaps, and starting to work backwards from there. So I think in 6 or 8 weeks, we should get back to the now and have some updated requirements documents for the team to start working on.
Okay, so currently you're working on the 20-year.
Yeah, just finished 20-year. Yeah, I'm going to go.
Oh, you finished?
10,
okay.
Yeah, 5,
now 10.
3, 1.
Oh, wow. Okay, and do you maybe have an existing document where you've already gone through this process? And we've got Okay, so there's like a past iteration of the 1-year plan.
Exactly.
That I could look at.
There are numerous past versions. We have a really great documentation culture here. Really great with version control. and there are thousands of pages of thoughts and ideas and experiments that we've set up here. Definitely recommended reading, especially the last 2 versions, I'd say, to give you a good sense of where our thinking is evolving, where it started, where it's going. And you can get a sense of what we've all been working on.
Great. That's, reading the last couple of versions sounds reasonable.
Eric,
how much would you say things... Oh, sorry, Kate.
I was just going to say, Eric mentioned briefly experimentation, but he really promotes this great experimentation culture. So, I mean, it's just amazing. You log in and you really don't know what version you're going to get. And that's just fun.
Oh, so we have every version stored. Is this like a custom interface?
Well, no, I would say it's configured rather than customized. We just have a huge volume of A/B tests running at any one time, that it's rare that you ever get the exact same user experience at this point.
It's like being able to experience non-linear time, that there's always changes and improvements, and sometimes you go back and sometimes you go forward, but really there is no back or forward. It's all together.
Okay, so if I wanted to, for example, read the most recent version of our 1-year plan, I would have no guarantee that I could find that page through our interface. Is that right?
Oh, I'm sorry, that's confusing. The plans are very well documented. There's only one of those every 3 months. The application that users are logging into, the iOS and the Android apps, those are basically a random experience based on all the experiments we're running.
Good. I thought for a second you were talking about running A/B tests on our own in-house tools and our in-house staff, and that was, whew.
Well,
okay.
we do apply a product mindset to how the operations of the business run too. We've been running a really great breakfast experiment. Kate actually was the only one who followed the protocol this morning and actually announced at the beginning of the meeting what she ate for breakfast, which is important for our logging. I ate vegetarian sausage and tomatoes. And I'm feeling great about it. So
nice.
That's all.
Yeah, Eric, we'll get to this. I am chief of staff, so I run more like operations and administrative functions. But Eric has been also a great mentor to me, teaching me about product culture and experimentation. And, it's great because experimentation can be applied to anything, right?
Anything.
Like,
sure,
breakfast, benefits, like, you don't need to know what you're getting. You can just test multiple things on different people and then see what's best.
Yeah. I really like to take a alpha and omega framework to what we do here. I want to stay really, really well aligned on what's happening 20 plus years in the future and focus the rest of our attention as much as possible on improving things as quickly as possible in small iterations now. Mm-hmm. It's a lot to handle and lots to keep track of, but it's served us well so far.
I will say, Eric, we got a little bit of feedback from the last investor meeting that they felt that the deck we presented was so radically different from the one that we had previously presented that they weren't actually confident which company's presentation they were listening to until 5 to 6 minutes into it.
Yeah,
so
that's to be expected at this stage. I heard the feedback. We'll make some adjustments for some stability, but right now we're in a non-collapsed wave form, right? We could be anywhere and everywhere as a startup, and we have to be open to those possibilities. As we learn more, as things get clearer, the decks will become more stable.
Okay, I'll write up something similar to that to respond to them.
Cat experiment.
Office cat. All right.
Anyway, sorry. Eric, anything last you want to add?
No, just looking forward to integrating with whatever new engineering processes you put forth, and we're going to make a great team.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Always really excited to take market research from real users and integrate it into our products. And likewise, Calathea, looking forward to having our dev processes be integrated with your design team as much as we can. Of course, tracking all the usual things like software licenses and checking out machines and I haven't really talked to IT yet, so I'm looking forward to that. But Kate, did you want to talk a little more about what you do?
Sure. Yep. So chief of staff, HR, administration, operations, recruiting. I kind of just fill in the gaps where they need to be. I am primarily a team of one. I like to think John and I are on the same team, but he is my boss technically. And
yeah, I mean, from our discussions, John says, like, you've pretty much got this, so he stays hands off.
oh, wow. He's never told me that, but anyway.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry if I wasn't supposed to let that slip. Yeah, he, I mean, what's a polite way to say it? I think that was the polite way to say it. You've got this, and he doesn't pay much attention.
Okay. I mean, that kind of makes sense based on the text messages he sends me that seem mostly not related to our company. But anyway, yeah, so I handle a little bit of all of that, and we've got quite a bit set up. We're experimenting with operations as well as we decide if we want to go outside of software and do things like build our own couches, deliver our own couches, invent new types of couches, invent new types of products that can replace couches but aren't really the same market as couches. So that's been really fun. Though, you know, it's what's very important to me is just that we can pay everyone every month, and we continue to have our office space and our standard benefits. People continue to be able to use their computers on non-full moon days, and breakfast. I like to just, you know, throw in some breakfast experiments. Yeah.
Great. To chime in, I guess, I'm not sure if I'm doing it right, but I had a blueberry RX bar and a La Colombe canned oat milk latte. And feeling, I guess, ready for a late lunch, if I'm honest. Yeah, it's kind of burned off.
Yeah, that's fair. Anyway, I also obviously help with onboarding, and one important thing to onboard you is your 30, 60, 90-day plan.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, great.
do you have
It's
access?
really thoughtful. Like, often I'm kind of thrown in and just kind of have to figure out, like, okay, who's got the server passwords? Where's the source code? So it's cool to have, you know, like, gated goals to reach already.
I'm so glad you feel that way. I mean, I will say those things you mentioned are not going to be easy to find. The 30, 60, 90-day goals are actually sort of outside of your CTO function. They're just like a general executive goals. Let me just pull it up.
All right, that's, yeah.
Oh, so you're familiar with our stage, right? We got our seed funding last year, $1.5 million.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And John came in as part of that, kind of shepherding through. And yeah, I'm not 100% sure, but I know you're talking to investors and you're looking to do a Series A.
That's right.
I should say we're looking to do a Series A. Sorry, I need to slip into that.
No worries. Yeah, we are. We actually have some Series A paperwork already signed. Have the investors ready.
That's great news.
It is. And, you know, for the last few months, we've just been trying to figure out how to fulfill their requirements. And we think you coming on board will get us really close.
Okay. Sorry, that's a little unusual. Typically, when investment rounds are closed, it's because the company is already in a state that the investors are happy with, and they're ready to move forward with the cash injection and see the plan on. I guess, could we start there? Let's go over, like, what are some of the requirements we need before the Series A can close?
Yeah, fortunately, it's just one. We just have to be the top couch marketplace in all our respective markets.
I'm sorry. So MetaMarket needs to be the highest selling marketplace in. We're only in 3 markets right now, right?
3 large, 1 medium.
Okay.
It didn't really say highest
markets.
Selling. The exact wording is top couch marketplace.
I see. And there's there's no like sales metrics tied to this in terms of dollar values or couches sold.
No, but they did point to our success in Des Moines, which is our medium market. We have just an incredible on-the-ground team over there, led by just an amazing creative woman who has actually gotten one of our couches running for office in Des Moines, and our investors just they really saw that as like a great example of the potential that we could replicate in every market.
Okay, so that's quite a saturation model there. When you say that we need to be the top, what are some of the other folks we're competing against? I mean, I think of obviously some of the big box online places, and there's big box stores, probably even with a presence in Des Moines. Who else are we considering as a competitor?
I mean, if you think about marketplaces, there's obviously Facebook, eBay, TikTok, Craigslist, yeah,
Twitter.
I guess I hadn't thought about the big box store. Do we have to compete with like IKEA, and is Amazon count as a marketplace for couches?
They absolutely are a marketplace, and they sell couches. Yeah.
IKEA, no, you can't sell your couch to IKEA.
To IKEA, okay.
I feel like we're separate from IKEA at this point.
But if I was a person, say in Des Moines, who wanted a couch, I might go to IKEA and purchase it.
It's true.
I might consider that a sale lost for MetaMarket.
Yes, but remember, we're talking about top marketplace, and we think that might mean both sales and purchases, right? And so, we're outselling. People using MetaMarket have sold more couches than IKEA.
Yeah. Just
do we know that? We have some metrics on this. I mean, because we're talking about. We're talking about a lot of marketplaces who don't give up their numbers.
Well, we don't need to get into it.
The poll values in Des Moines, we're extrapolating from that to say that we don't have metrics yet.
Yeah.
Well, we do have some. We do have some metrics. We did deploy. This was Victor's idea. Just such a genius. Yeah. We did deploy a small round of corporate espionage at some of our competitors, just to kind of start getting baselines.
Right. That is a past thing that we are no longer doing. Right.
We
according
think.
To.
Well, this was one of the questionnaire. Outstanding points that I really thought I saw him in the parking lot. I really did.
Oh God.
I know, but also, I mean, I actually did run into Romero at who, as you guys know, was the person that we planted in the Facebook Marketplace. He's still working for Facebook, and the tricky thing about what we did is, we made sure that they had no direct contact to us, and so that they really, really felt like they were employees of whatever, marketplace that we sent them to. So, without Victor, we've kind of lost the ability to recall them from the field.
Okay, so with the metrics we have, which it sounds like are not a lot, where are we? How far away from the top are we? I mean, just say in Des Moines. Yeah. Let's not talk about the three large markets yet.
Well, I mean, if you think about the cycle of corn growing, right? So usually in the winter, there is nothing. It's the ground. And at its peak, it's corn maze, right? So we're probably like late spring, early maize planting.
So like the earth has been tilled and the seed is going in the ground?
I think we're seeing shoots.
Yeah, shoots.
But there's no corn. There's no corn at this point.
I mean, there's no visible ears, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, we're going to have a whole separate meeting about this. Yeah. We felt that it was, of course, a kind of week 2 priority for you. Week 1 will get you set up with like the 401k, give you some time to
Yeah.
figure out
okay.
how to access servers and server rooms and things like that. But yeah.
Right,
Any
well,
final questions, Matt?
I have so many.
Great.
I guess all I will leave for now is the first one that my racing mind comes to, which is do we have a snack machine somewhere on this floor? I'm just like that RX bar is not. It's not enough.
So, I think there's some leftovers from breakfast. Thea, does the creative team still have any of their creations?
Yeah, actually, we've been testing some plant-based placenta substitute. So if you want any of that, it's definitely available in our conference room.
It's not as
Okay,
bad as you
so-
think. It's not as bad as you think, but you can also, if you want to come over to my office, I have a mini fridge with some fruit.
Sounds
some
good.
vegetables, Yeah.
Eric, maybe we should we can talk product.
Cool. That sounds good.
And your tech needs.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, lovely. Thanks so much. Let me just stop the recording.
This meeting has ended. To subscribe to This Startup is Being Recorded, go to the podcast player of your choice and tap a button that likely says subscribe. More content is on Twitter @StartupRecorded, or shoot us an email with ideas, feedback, or your personal startup horror story at hello@startuprecorded.com. Kate is played by Valerie Garrison. Valerie is a health tech product manager and regularly plays with the improv troupe Letters to Chicken online. You can find her on Twitter @TheValGarris. Eric is played by Barry Wright. Barry is a product manager at Spotify and a co-founder of Highwire Improv. Find him by his name on LinkedIn, where he holds regular office hours, or at highwireimprov.com. Matt is played by Marty McGuire. Marty is a senior web engineer and improviser in New York City. You can find Marty's comedy, code, and cats on his website at mmg.re. Calathea is played by Robin Stegman. Robin is a digital campaign manager for Ocean Conservancy and is a comedian mostly found at Highwire Improv. You can find her on all the social medias, and she does mean all, at @rstegi. Thank you for listening.